Hello, and welcome back. It is I, the future world-renowned artist, Bartholomew, but you can call me Bart because people don't seem to like the other name. You may not have heard of me, after all I get quite a few people saying things like, "Who the fuck are you? I've never heard of you before, and your art isn't even that good. It looks like it was drawn by a 12-year-old, so... mixed reviews. But I am an up-and-coming artist who already has one whole fan. And I know what you're thinking, and no, that fan is not my mother or my father. My parents actually kind of hate my art. But yes, one whole fan, and who knows, maybe one day it'll be two whole fans. Anyway, as I am an up-and-coming artist, quite a few people have questions for me about art and even about myself. And so today I am introducing Bart's Revolting Art Consulting, a video series in which I offer artistic consulting that is revolting. Wait, no, that's wrong. A video series in which I offer artistic consulting to make your art less revolting. Not to say that your art is inherently revolting, just, you know, it rolled off the tongue, so... For first question, I've gotten an art block. Any advice on what I should do? Now this is a very common question, as it is a very common occurrence for artists. Who among us has not suffered from an art block before? Now my solution to art block used to be just make art regardless. Just start working on it. Even if you don't know where you want it to go, just start working. Put brush to canvas, put pen to tablet, start working on your art and let your hands take over and your mind be free. The idea being that if you were actively working, even if you didn't know your end goal, you would eventually find your way there. But it turns out that didn't do anything for me. I just slathered paint on a canvas for hours and just ended up with a very wet canvas. That being said, I have recently found a cure for art block that seems foolproof. So the best means by which to combat art block is to witness death. Real, human death. You'd be surprised how quickly your mind moves when you watch the light leave a man's eyes, and it'll only scar you for the rest of your life. Artists have to suffer for their art, right? Yeah, let's move on. I don't like thinking about this. How do I fix my shitty art? Well, stop defecating on it. Hey Bart, how was your vacation? Still ongoing and with no end in sight. Also, how do you draw the infamous other eye? Ah, yes, drawing the second eye on a character is always difficult. It needs to look similar to the other eye, but not too similar, or you risk people realizing that you just mirrored the image. So allow me to demonstrate right now the easiest method for drawing the second eye. Allow me to grab something to draw with very quickly. Here we go, a quick sketch that I whipped up for the purpose of this video. So, the easiest method when trying to draw the second eye is to bring your pen right about to the level of the other eye. Now watch closely. This part takes a lot of concentration. You take your pen and you... And there you go, with the help of hair you don't have to draw the second eye. It's like I always say, treat art the way I treat life, timidly avoiding all of the scary parts. How much would I need to commission you? Any amount of money would be nice. In fact, at this point, I may even negotiate on the money part. You know what? Maybe I'll even pay you to take my art. Please, I desperately need exposure. Favorite music? Also, have you ever played an instrument before? What kind of artist would I be if I hadn't played an instrument before? I, being the man of culture that I am, only enjoy the most dignified and classy form of music. And like I said, because I play, allow me to show you. Yes, I know. that one always brings a tear to my eye as well. Hey Bart, got any tips for being artists? Yes, it is very easy to forget that many of you out there are still very new to the world of art. And I am flattered that you would all ask me to guide you into this world rather than a good artist. So, the most important thing you can tell yourself early on, the most important thing to remind yourself every single day, is that you're a terrible artist. You're just the worst. And it's not your parents' fault for hating your art and disowning you for not getting a real job that makes actual money. It's not their fault. It's your fault. But you know who else were terrible artists? Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Van Gogh. So who knows? Stick with it, and maybe you'll get really good. And hey, Van Gogh didn't even become famous in his lifetime. So if you don't become famous in this lifetime, you'll become famous after you die. Or maybe you won't, but it's not like you'll care. Bart, what's your tips for the perfect kiss? Ah, yes, kissing. One of the most romantic acts between two people. As an artist, my heart sings for good romance. Kissing, in many ways, is a lot like art. A very good kiss, much like a very good piece of art, can make your entire day. But a bad kiss can just ruin the entire experience. And it's for that reason that you should treat kissing much like a form of art. You should experiment heavily with it in college. Men, women, non-binary, no gender is off limits for a truly open-minded artiste. Not that I can speak from experience, but I would have liked to. At least once. God, at least once. How would you describe your relationship with Christian? Well, between you and me, it's a lot like Beauty and the Beast. Minus the budding romantic relationship and double the fear. Could you paint me like one of your French girls? I will pay you $5. Five whole dollars? Well, I told myself I wasn't going to be creating art today, but $5 is $5. So, painting you like one of my French girls, eh? I think I can do that. Looking at your picture, there's really not much for me to go on, and believe me, I need to know everything about how you look, if you know what I mean. But that has never stopped me before. So here you go, you are now a French woman. This is what every French woman looks like. If they don't look like this, they are kicked out. Or worse. How do you feel about Christians stealing and selling your artwork? Well, I gave him my art, but he's selling it? You don't mean that he's literally selling it, do you? I gave him so much of my art. Oh, well, that's... I don't know. I don't know how to feel about that. That's all the time that I have for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all learned something from it. I know that I did. I learned quite a bit today. Anyway, I've got places to be now, friends, so always stay artistic and try not to let your friends take advantage of you.